Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Complete in the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He'll pull it down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Quick completion to the right. Can't get him to the ground. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they've dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
He breaks the tackle. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Pringle. Picks up the first down, still moving. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Aggies want to crank the tempo. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you see the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Bussey. Smashes through the tackle. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching. So fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Chadwick. Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You've got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
From the gun, the ground game. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's hooked. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. He's got him. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got the tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The extra point here would tie the game. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration, nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Still on his feet at the 35. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Spits it out to the back. Got a man, it's Pringle. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
And the Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. On the run, it's Pringle. Turning it on. Past the 30. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And how about the 3rd down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the 3rd down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To throw, it's Chadwick. Fires to the big fella. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now on second down. He leaves it with his back. Plows through the defense. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Fires to the tight end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And how about the defense here? Oftentimes in these 2-minute type situations, you're just sort of in this prevent mode. You're trying to force the opponent to kick a field goal and not score a touchdown, but they're still being aggressive. They're out there still trying to make plays, and how about that effort creating the takeaway?
Looking for space. It's Pringle. The ball's free. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
Defensively, you know you're going up against one of the best receivers in the game. 4 vertical is something you've seen on film a lot, and defensively, you're going to have to mix and match your coverages to try to slow this dude down.
Back to throw, it's Chadwick. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. But couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
You got to keep chasing and keep defending. When you got scrambling QBs that get outside the pocket, you got to keep defending down the field and keep coverage on the wide receivers. And good job with pursuit drill, running them down, making them run out of bounds, and that counts in the record books for a sack. Give me one of those, please.
To the air on second down. Fakes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Finds the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Caught. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks have moved it inside the 20. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass, it's Chadwick. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. This time he's got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Might be changing the route. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. It's a running room. The tag. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Chadwick. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On the move. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
The give to the single back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying to seal the edge on the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Texas A&M going up tempo. Looking for room. It's Pringle. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the running back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Toledo. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive.
He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
They'll give it to the back. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. And the route is on.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Got it in the middle, it's hooked. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Working the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10.
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
2nd down coming up. Hand off from the shotgun. Runs through the tackle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to pass, it's Chadwick. Right on the money. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the 1st? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. to the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Motion from the wide receiver. On the ground, it's Pringle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Aggies want to move quickly.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line.
Let's go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's got it and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Trying to barge in. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here he comes out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look.
Here we go. Sack.
On the direct snap, it's Chadwick. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running. And
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Flips it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hands to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
On the option. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love the play call on offense there. 3rd down. You're just trying to stress the defense, right? The football can be 3 different places almost at once. Is it the dive man? Is it the quarterback? Or is it the pitch guy? That time, nobody home for the pitch outside. So good decision by the quarterback.
And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense has struggled, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be dragged down. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to...
Breaks into the open. He's at the 50, the 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Aggie. And the stomping has commenced. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Off the RPO, complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Let's go. Let's go.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. Gets it out fast. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
The Gamecocks will try to pick it up on 4th down. With the catch, it's Hooks. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And the Gamecocks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking downfield, it's Chadwick. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Looking for the score. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated.